What's up, babes? It's Curly's Victoria. I am back with another video. If you guys are new here, hi, welcome to your girl's channel. If you've already been subscribed, thanks for coming back. So I'm literally sitting in the car posting content. Why? Because your girl needs to get her content out. With that being said, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you smash the subscribe button. And if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my main page, Curly's Victoria. And as you follow my page, you can go ahead and follow my other pages if you feel like my brand and what it reflects is something reflective of you. So yeah, that's that. So just moving on with let me see. Let me see something real quick. Wow. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about the importance of posting my content, supporting myself even when my content gets 0 likes, 0 follows, 0 shares. Confidence starts within. Confidence isn't something that someone gives you. Confidence is something that you develop from within. If you can never develop confidence from within, it's going to be very difficult for you to be able to bet on yourself. It's going to be very, very difficult for you to execute things because you're not in a state of believing in yourself. You're not in a state of being confident. So if you want to see yourself go places, if you want to see your career heighten, if you want to see things take off in a positive direction, you're going to need to bet on yourself. You're going to need to get yourself in predicaments that are uncomfortable so that you can being uncomfortable is where you are going to grow the most. If you are always in a comfortable atmosphere, comfortable situation, you are not growing from that. You have to get uncomfortable so that way you realize, like, okay, while I'm uncomfortable, it's still pushing me to heights that I never would have reached if I were comfortable. Whether that's moving, whether that's doing things that have to reflect your brand. Posting up, I'll post my tripod, I'll post my phone, I'll post whatever and take my pictures in public. I'm not obligated to talk to everybody who walks past. If people speak, I'll speak. But just, I see it as like I'm in my own little world. People are around my bubble. And there's nothing I can do around my bubble, but I can control what's within my bubble, which is me. So when I'm posting up, I don't care that people are stopping and looking. Hopefully it will motivate them to say, hey, let me get some self-confidence and go take a picture by myself. Let me get some self-confidence and go get content for myself. I don't have to do this while people are around. I don't need an entourage. I could do what I need to do for me by myself. So if you adopt a mindset like that, you'll be able to do a lot. You'll be able to go a lot of places, etc., etc. So with that being said, that's what I've been doing. I've been posting content. I've been getting feedback. I posted a reel yesterday, and within minutes, within an hour, I was at like 1 grand of people tapped in. Now the post is at about 2 grand of people tapped into the reel. So it's like, post the content, bro. Just post the content. 0 likes, 1 like, whatever. Post the picture. People are watching. Even the people who pretend that they're not watching, those are the people who you're inspiring. You inspire the people who pretend that they don't even notice you. So post your stuff and stop worrying about people. The people who gravitate and know that you come from a good place and have a good spirit, those are the people who are going to be connected to you. And those are the people who are going to follow your stuff and be up to date with you. Do what you're called to do, and other people will be attracted by that. But if you don't do what you're called to do, then you're going to just find yourself just feeling lost, and you're going to find yourself like, dang, I really wish that I could have been X, Y, and Z. You know, so you don't have to be that way if you set yourself up for your best success. With that being said, what is the content posting and stuff? You guys, I posted a reel, and I'm trying to pull it up now, but my for whatever reason, my phone is not trying to play my reels out loud. But if you haven't watched it, like been on my page, I'm going to play one of the reels that I just recently posted. It really isn't showing up. Like, I don't know what's going on. It's not going to let me play it. But basically, I was just talking about post the content. Do what you need to do. Support you. Don't worry about everybody else. You got to get out there and put your brand at the forefront and do what you need to do. So if that means that you need to be buckled down, spending 2 to 4 hours on your business every day, go to your 9 to 5, come back home, work on your business, do that. Do not my entrepreneurs I'm speaking to, because people who work 9 to 5s, this doesn't pertain to you. Not to say that your career isn't important, but for an entrepreneur, I'm saying don't go home and slack on your business and then go to somebody else's job and put in so much work and then sleep on yourself. If you know that you have a vision for being an entrepreneur, for execution of what it is that you want to do not sleep on yourself. Do not go to somebody else's job and work overtime and then go home and be like, oh, I'm only going to do 30 minutes today. And then maybe next month I'll work on my brand because I got to go to work tomorrow. So are you trying to stay at that job, or are you trying to break out, or are you trying to leverage? You need to know your position in your company if you're trying to be an entrepreneur, or you are an entrepreneur. For me, when I went back to corporate America recently, that was for leverage. I had a lot of things that I needed to pay in short timing and a lot of incorporations that had to be done. And the best way to do that outside of an entrepreneurial income is to go ahead and leverage that with corporate America. That way I had a check coming basically every week. So it propelled me into a different bracket to where I was able to get the things that I had on my goal list for a longer period of time from now earlier. I leveraged when I went back to corporate America. And I do that throughout time. I'll go back and still work on my entrepreneurial endeavors. If you're doing that same thing and that's what you do, then leverage. If you're just working 9 to 5 because you want to work 9 to 5 and you want to make it up the corporate structure, do that. If you're an entrepreneur who wants to break away from corporate America, but you're using corporate America to leverage, then take the route that I'm taking. And if you completely are just working corporate America because you want to save and literally venture out and do your own thing and not leverage and X corporate America out, then you need to X corporate America out. You have to set the goals because if you get back into corporate America as an entrepreneur and you don't have your goals set, you'll find yourself there longer than you're supposed to. You will outstay the welcome that you wanted to have. So have the goal set. That's what I did. That's what I encourage you to do. Bet on yourself. When things look a little dismal, it's okay. Keep pushing because it's going to work. As long as you bet on yourself and you know what you're capable of doing, then you'll do well. But if you sit here and say, oh, I can't do that, or oh, I'm not good enough, or oh, I don't have the resources, or oh, da, 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 that's not good enough. Social media is free. Libraries got free books that you could check out and return. You got all of this content that you can make from all of these different atmospheres everywhere you're living. There is a way for you to be productive in what you want to be productive in so many different ways. That's why I can't take the excuses of people who say, oh, well, my family doesn't have it like that, or I can't da 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 da. What do you want for you? Because if you want something bad enough, you'll do what you need to do to get it. I wanted that bad enough, so I did what I had to do to get it. That coffee was great. But long story short, whatever you want, you could have. You just have to be willing to put in the work. You can blame your circumstances, your situation, your background, your da-da-da-da-da. Or you can say, listen, I'm going to use this as fuel. I'm going to boss up and I'm going to do what I need to do. Do that. Become that. Be who you need to be. Because in the end of the day, that's what's going to propel you. If you sit here and say, oh, I feel bad because I can't do da-da-da-da, nobody's going to feel pity for you. Nobody cares. Even the banks, even all of these institutions don't even care about you when you die. You think about it. They're still trying to collect debt on you while you're dead. If they don't care, the lenders, the people who do that, if people who are not supporting you are not showing, people who you know are not supporting you isn't enough, then you have to be willing to bet on yourself and say, listen, I'm going to bet on myself. The people who are going to support you the most are going to be strangers. The most people who support me, the people who support me the most, sorry, the way I said it, on my social platforms are strangers. I know people who are on my pages, but if you look through the percentage of the following, you're going to see that I have a lot of people who be on my story who know me, yeah. Will they like something? Will they follow? Some of them no. Why? Because you inspire the people who pretend that they don't notice you. However, a stranger don't know you from a can of paint will sit here and tell you that you got potential before somebody who close to you will tell you. Now, when you become successful, everybody wants to mix and mingle. But it's like, where was this energy before I became successful? Where was this energy when I was struggling? Where was this energy when I was eating the same thing for a week? Where was this energy when I was trying to make a loaf of this stretch or this da-da-da-da stretch? Where was this energy when I was at my lowest? When I didn't even see the light of day and all I seen was the valley, and lower than the valley, I seen the abyss. Where were you? So in the end of the day, do what you do and be who you are. Be who you are. Because the people who are supposed to be there for you and the people who are going to support you are going to be there. Do not spend your time trying to wonder who will be there. Because those who need to be there will be there. And I know that sounds very redundant and repetitive, but I had to make this video to say, bet on yourself. This year, I made a decision to make a bet on Lisa Victoria. And that's what I did, and that's what I'm doing, and that's who I am. I'm betting on myself 1,000%. So at the end of the day, that's what I'm working on today. My brand, my business. I got about 6 clients that I'm going in the house that I'm about to send property to right now. I'm about to text, hey, can you send me this document? I'm making phone calls. I'm betting on myself. When you make the decision to bet on yourself, you got to go harder. You can't allow somebody to think that, oh, I'm going to wake you up in the morning, just like you'll wake up and go to that job, make sure you're not late and be rushing in traffic and all this not to be late. Bet on yourself the same way. Yesterday, I went to the library and I checked out 2 books. And both of the books had to do with business. That's the type of time I'm on. I'm on the type of time where I got to make the investments. I got to make it make sense. And I got to boss up and be the better version of myself. Anything less than that, it's not me. I'm capable of so much more. And I refuse to sit on the talents, the God-given talents that I have. I refuse to be a statistic. I refuse to, just blend in when I'm meant to stand out. Like, if you sit here and you try to be like the crowd, newsflash, you will be like the crowd. If you stand out and you are different, you will stand out and you will be different. So you have to make your decision. Do you want to fit in or do you want to stand out? Because the people who want to fit in never actually really fit in. They want to, but they don't. So make the decision to boss up, do you, be the best version of yourself. And when it's all said and done, you'll reap the benefits. Just don't lose faith. But I'm about to go in the house and go work on this business, this content. I'm going to upload this video. I'm also going to upload the lock video. I'm also going to try to, my computer's been updating, but I'm going to try to get that weekly vlog that I've been talking about over the last 3 weeks. I'm going to try to get some sort of content to put that all together. And I'll talk to y'all in my next video. Later.